Hello everybody, this is One Hub Racing and we are here at Spain. Sorry for the blue screen there, I was just having to sort out my audio. Right now we're just in the lobby and we have Alex here as my co-coms today, but also hosting the session. Say hi.
Hi guys. By the way, it looks like Australia. I'll change that in a second. I'm just inviting everyone at the minute. We're not going around the circuit, Australia. I hope that's all clear. I should have invited everyone now. Let me just change the settings. Track select. We want to go to Spain in Barcelona, the circuit to Catalonia here, and I'm excited, mate. How are you? I'm back from being battered and bruised in the hospital. I'm ready to go.
I'm really excited for this Spanish Grand Prix. I didn't have you last week, sadly, due to what happened. But last week, was an exciting first lap. We had Azimatter, who very unqualifying. I think he qualified 4th, if I'm remembering off the top of the head, and he was on the medium comment, so he was in a perfect chance to win that race. And he's, as I said last week, he fluffed it by making a very aggressive dive bomb and costing half the grid's race, really, as there was a pile up and at the exit of turn 2, then also causing another pile up, but supposedly he did get tapped from the rear end at this point, just before Castle.
Yep. Absolutely. When you go on that. Obviously, with Baku, it's a difficult circuit at the best of times, so you just got to be very careful.
Definitely, it was lap 1. I will remind people, it is lap 1. You can't win a race on lap 1, so take your time, get the position late in the Grand Prix. It's not all over on the first lap. But as it matters in the session, we also have Liam. So I'm going to invite Liam right now, or you to invite people, or what?
Cool, absolutely, mate. I'm just busy doing this particular thing, so if you can invite people, that'd be amazing.
Right, okay. Sorry for the blue screen, guys. I hate this popping up during the stream, but it's just trying to get everyone sorted today. As Sam's, no, it's not Sam. So who's the lobby host, usual?
That'd be Gazzaman.
Gazzaman isn't here. Right.
No.
Just put in the comments or in, of course, the live chat if you have not got an invite. You need one. So if everybody sent an invite, could you invite people to the party and stuff? So it's not blue screen. I invited Liam. But Liam, I mean, round 3, China didn't go too well. Had a very iffy race, and I said at the end of that Grand Prix and at the start of Baku that this was his chance to make amends and come back strong, and he did. He showed up a great race, pulled off a great move into turn 1, diving it around the outside of someone and pinching him to the inside, causing Liam to get the better exit, which is a very good move to see, and he made many others in that race. So I gave him my driver of the day. Peter Parker got a very good start, but then got involved with a pile up, and Azimatter, we're gonna hope to get in the party, as if Alex can invite him. But Liam, I just wanted to talk to you. I mean, after round 3, China, stuff wasn't that great, but you bounced back at Baku. What changed?
Yes, I did. I learned my lesson from China. Learned not to be so aggressive in pain and pick my battles.
Well, I mean, it was a very good race to watch from you, especially. Some of the moves you made during that Grand Prix were gobsmacking, to be honest. But especially it's Baku, so you weren't scared of the barriers on round 4. But round 5, what are you expecting now? Are you expecting to come back even harder?
I don't know. It depends really on how the race goes, but I'm just going to go for points again, basically. Because Spain's completely different, a completely different track to Baku.
I mean, yeah, it is, it's very open, and don't get me wrong, it's still difficult to make overtakes around here, but do you think you could use that to your advantage today?
Hopefully I can, yeah, but you never know. I know there are a few there is a lot more overtaking spots compared to Baku, and it's a lot more open, but some of the high speed and medium speed corners will make it difficult to close up to the back of someone.
Well, it is a very tricky track to really get right, especially on this game. I've noticed going up the hill, trying to stick behind somebody in sector 2, very tricky thing to do, and you don't want to be too aggressive in the third sector either, as it goes really wide and then tightens up all of a sudden.
Yeah, the third sector is where you can gain and lose a lot of time. Same with the first sector. If you don't hook up turns 1 and 2, you can lose a lot of time on your quali lap. Same with the third sector. If you're too aggressive, the curbs will just eat you for breakfast, basically.
And would you be able to walk me through what you think the strategy is today, and what strategy really not to pick, or what's a very audacious one?
Well, I think the ideal strategy for Spain is mediums to hards, and then if you feel you can save the tyres enough, I say go softs to hards. But soft to mediums I don't think is genuinely not possible around here, unless you're two-stopping for another set of mediums.
Right, so you're saying it either soft to hard, medium to hard, or if you're starting out top 10, hard to soft.
Hards.
I mean, well, one thing I noticed when I raced around here is the mediums actually go a lot longer than they say. You can take the mediums up to lap, I think it's like 20. So I mean,
yeah, I get what you mean, yeah, but from what I've done in practice, I'm usually start struggling for tyre wear around like lap 13, 14ish, so it's usually best coming around then.
yeah,
Bolt on the hards that take you quite comfortably at the end of the race.
makes sense. Take the simple strategy and not take the risk. As I mean, for a lot of the guys in Podium Tier right now, taking home the points, it's I mean, we don't want to see what happened last week in lap 1, because really there was some small battles, but it separated the grid a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you take it depends really on what happens in the race, because say you get a safety car, your gamble on the strategy could really pay off if you're aggressive, but
Yeah.
playing it safe is probably the best way to go unless you're expecting like carnage in a safety car.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first, especially on fun games. But hopefully your race goes well. We'll be keeping an eye on you, and we wish you luck.
Thank you. Enjoyed the race, guys.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
So after getting a little bit of insight off of Liam there,
I'm back in the room.
well, I just had my interview with Liam.
Oh no, I was here. I just muted my mic because I thought I needed to go to sleep.
So, I mean, hearing some of the stuff from Liam here, what are you thinking this race is going to be like?
I mean, obviously I wasn't here last week, but I'm very worried about him if he gets caught up in anything, whether he'll go for those audacious moves again. Although, you know, obviously he's calmed down, he apologised and he knew he wasn't in the best place. But it's you know, it's always a worry. If someone's done that before, they can always do it again.
I mean, yeah, but I definitely, I mean, I've talked to Liam sometimes, personally after the whole thing, and to be honest, he definitely seems like he's learned from it and noticed he made the mistake, but he was very frustrated and can't let the game get to his head. So I really hope he does well today. I was gonna ask, could we maybe, I mean, I don't want to invite Jack again because we'll end up getting a Kimi Räikkönen off him.
I did invite Azamata, but he didn't. He's no dice on that one.
Okay, what about Elkia, Van and Daniel?
Both of them.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's find them. I feel like I am a certain F1 broadcaster walking up and down the grid, trying to find each driver. But there he is. Hello, friend. There's you. Ivan's been. We've asked Ivan's team whether we can get an invitation to talk to him. find out soon. And who was the other one? Daniel. Hello, friend. I've also sent the invite out to Daniel's team, so hopefully Haas will allow us to have a conversation. But there you go, those 2 invites are done. Mate, I'm going to ask you this. What's your opinion on the circuit Barcelona de Catalunya?
Very good track. I really enjoy watching races around here, but the race is about to get underway, so we need to get Daniel and ask him what's his thoughts on how the race is going to go today.
I think I have just practicing. I think I have like decent pace. It's just 1 lap pace, which I'm not really good at, but hopefully I can do a good lap in qualifying.
Well, after qualifying P9 last week on the medium tyre, do you think it's going to be a better result or maybe not as good?
I think I'm definitely better at Spain than I was at Baku, so hopefully I can do better than qualifying in P9 and actually finish the race this time.
Well, I mean, we did see that you got a very good start last week due to the whole incident. And I mean, do you think you can capitalise on the starts around here, especially how it's hard to overtake, like I just did mention, to Liam? So do you think you're going to use this to your advantage, get the good start, and then keep everyone behind you?
Yeah, definitely. I think I get pretty good starts, and I think the start's going to be really important because, like you said, it's hard to overtake. So I'll try and be aggressive off the start, but not like dumb aggressive, because I don't want to get wing damage.
Makes sense. Keep it calm, but we wish you luck into the race and hope it all goes well.
Thank you.
Good luck. So, I mean, we're going to ready up for the session now, as it is time to go just about. We're 1 minute off. Riley Buys does need to select his car. I don't know if you could put in the chat right now just to tell him, because he's in a racing point and we would like everyone to be in their cars, as they don't want to make the mistake I made in Prestige Tier, accidentally being in the Merc rather than the Haas. Was Peter Parker racing today? I mean, he had a good start until, well, I mean, Antimatter made his fatal mistake. Yes, Peter Parker is in, so I would like to see how he does in this race, because I feel like Peter Parker has a lot of potential to be up in the top. Kingen, one of the Williams drivers, will be looking to just take home the points, get a good result, since his teammate Foggy isn't here. But he is usually consistent. Elke Van, I mean, we keep saying he's one to challenge for the win, but because, I mean, I would love to see him. I definitely.
Sorry about that. I'm back. I didn't realise that my microphone muted. I was just saying to myself, and you weren't responding. I was just really confused.
Well, Avan is somebody that's going to probably get a win this season, but can I get it at Spain? I mean, we're just going to have to see here. Commentator's curse, he has been calling, I'm sure. That's what he said last week. But I think we asked to ready up. Yes. Sorry for the blue screen. Yep.
Give him the green light, guys. Green light's on, so hopefully drivers will be ready. Yeah, I didn't realise I had my microphone muted. I apologise heavily there, but they're ready to go. I feel like race director. I feel like I'm given a massive upgrade. Better come in the paycheck. It won't come in the paycheck, but
race director / commentator. I would like to see it. It's like, that's a penalty.
Yeah, I'll be giving penalties out all the time. I'll give you penalties for your Prestige Tier race, even though it hasn't started yet. But that'll be starting at 9:30. Yeah, in terms of going on track, but you can get a grid walk as well at 9:15. We started today. But anyway, it's time for the podium tier. I'll just quickly get the statistics standings up, not the statistics for podium tier. Have you already done it? And then I feel like an idiot if you have, but you haven't yet.
Statistics, no.
The standings, yeah. I shall get them up for you now, and we shall chat about them, my friend. Let's go. I'm just looking through all the data because there's so much data to look through here. You know, we've got 4 different tiers. So.
Could you unplug your mic and put it back in? It's been a weird crackly sound. Sorry. Right, I think it's gone now. Right.
Is that any better?
Yeah, it's gone.
good?
Yeah. It was just it was making like that kind of buzz, crackly sound.
Yeah, my microphone does that. It's not the best in the world. I ran my
Oh,
other one over. It's heavy rain though here in Barcelona.
so is it rain for the race? I mean, we're gonna see here. Will we see people sliding out on track or different? Seeing them be very grippy. I mean,
Right. It's time for the podium tier standings, if you don't mind me just butting in there before we get started for qualifying. The Ferrari of Aaron is on top with 76 points. Then we've got Zebedil in second place with 65. Then we've got a big gap to Ivan on 40. Joining him on 40 is Foggy. Then we've got Gazzaman, Riley, Iceman, Liam, Estimat, Azamat are running out the top 10. Just behind the top 10 is Papulu, Everhanen, Oles, Kingan, Dazik, Daniel, Charlie said that, Pizza Parker, Thunder Phoenix, and Nathan. The Constructors' Championship looks like this. 84 points for the Ferrari, 81 from McLaren. Those are really where the fight is happening. Williams are in third with 47, so a big drop there after that. And but then we've got Mercedes 41, Red Bull Racing 40, Renault 33, Sport Pacer Racing Point, Formula 1 team on 28, Scuderia Toro Rosso on 15, and Alfa Romeo on 0. I'm so used to saying Williams 0, but it's not. It's it's the Alfa Romeo. It's only Papulu and also Nathan have gone on the wet tyres.
so is it wet conditions or is it intermediates? I mean, to me it looks like wet, but I reckon maybe it's gonna just switch really quickly, and that's why they've done this.
Yeah, I'm so happy you're streaming because I have the no sound glitch.
Yeah, well, you can't exactly leave right now, can you?
No, I'm hosting the session, so it'll fix itself the race. But no, who's your favourite going into this one, mate? You've been here more than I have recently.
My favourite, well, Zeppedudo isn't dominating right now, but Aaron Safe, really, I mean, he could have won last week, I'm saying, but sadly didn't. I'd say Aaron is probably my favourite to win. Then I would say Azimatter is a bit of redemption, and I mean Zeppedudo and Estimats. Zeppedudo's winning. Estimats really just hasn't had the same luck as his teammate in that aspect. As around China, I remember Zeppedudo actually take out his teammate.
Well, Liam, I think, is the first one across the line, unless I'm mistaken here.
No, it's Aaron.
Thank you. I'm an idiot. Leave me alone. Where is Aaron?
He is going for
Number
turn
one.
3 now.
Aaron, obviously, yeah, he's looking really strong lately. You know, he's doing really well, and the rain is dissipating, so I think you're right. It looked a lot heavier once he originally came out here. So I think the wet runners were feeling a little bit silly with themselves. Do you think it's also slowing down a little bit?
Yeah, but I also, it's got to be the more tracks out in circuit as well, there's only one guy that's not, as Aaron almost has a spin there. That could have been costly for the championship leader. As a matter, the only one being in the pits, Nathan, I'm going to keep an eye on Nathan after Aaron's lap here, as he is on the wet tires, and see how he does. Next is Iceman. We've not seen him all season, basically. He's been lagging out of sessions or not qualifying stuff, so I mean, I really wonder how he's going to shape up. I know him, so I feel like he's going to have the pace to win races in this league, but he just needs to have the internet capabilities to win
Aaron
these
has run
races.
out of ERS here, so he's stuck it in hot lap, and he's going to set the first lap down. It's a 134.2, sorry, and then he's going to be followed by Liam, who's going to go a 134.2 on the dot. So close to it. And then I think it isn't it. No, Daniel's running faster with a
Oh, Elke Van goes
134.0.
and lose the back end. Zepto setting the pace almost 8 times quicker, about 9 times quicker than the guy behind him that is Daniel. But Elke Van making a mistake going into the grass. Pepelu on a lap here. Well, it looks like Nathan's on the wet tyres here, as he goes very wide in these wet tyres, just clearly aren't giving the grip that he needs.
No, I mean,
goes
the
round on wet
tyres aren't giving, are they, right now? And the wets just aren't, you know, it's too dry for wet tyres right now. You can see there's a massive time gap, mate. And Riley there with a 132.5. The track is clearly getting faster, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Zephyr was one of the
It's
late
rapidly
ones.
improving, actually. It's rapidly. We could see some dry running if it improves this much, but I think we'll be a little bit unlucky there.
I mean, this intermediate tires, even wet tires. One thing I like to do, and I really think this is the way this recent F1 game has kind of worked, put more fuel in the tank for qualifying, set more than one lap, and keep it going. And the tires seem to just grip better after a few laps.
Sorry about that. My headphones came off. But no, right now though, mate, you got to say Racing Point looking good, first and third.
I told you Peter Parker is someone to look out for. Don't get me wrong, he will need to set a better lap to stay in that position, as Riley set a 132.5, but we always knew he was going to be fast this season. Just really hasn't had the luck as well. As we have next Iceman, who's on a lap here in the Mercedes with his teammate Azimatter. So it's kind of been one man flying a flag for Mercedes for a while, but today is the day for next Iceman to have redemption.
Yeah, I agree, and I think, you know, I mean, when I was here last time in China, we spoke to Iceman. He was very cool, collected very much like the Iceman of Formula 1, that being Kimi Räikkönen, so yeah, game on. Oh, and Van's crashed out!
He was struggling.
7th spot for him, he'll probably start at the back, but I mean, it's not going to be an advantage because if it's dry in the race.
Oh, there we go.
Tires.
Next Iceman with setting the pace with a 132.2. Avianum with a 132.4. We're seeing the track improve a lot already, and we're only 6 minutes in.
Absolutely, I think. Are we in Japan? Says Papulu. No. I think that's a reference to the typhoon. I was like, what the hell was he on about there for a second? But... No. Yeah, mate. The rain's dissipating right now. This is incredible scenes.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's dissipating. I would say it's more. It's not being left the track as much as it was. As always, almost a spin for Riley as he's setting up or going on a lap. One thing you will see from these drivers probably is putting the ERS, if they want to get the maximum speed, putting the ERS lower in the mid parts of the corners, as Peter Parker almost goes off and he does go off. To give them maximum grip coming out the corner, so really it affects your lap time if you do that in a very substantial way.
SD Matzo goes fastest, and again the track is just rocketing up with the speed here. Do you think it'll slow down for the last runs though, because the cars won't be out on circuit creating the dry line?
I mean, I don't know if the physics engine in this game is that precise. I mean, we're gonna have to see. But the rain is coming down as heavy as it was like earlier, but when people started.
It's certainly heavier in Sector 1, you can tell that. It's certainly heavier in Sector 1.
Then it kind of gets light in kind of Sector 2. But I mean, the sun is starting to part through the clouds, so we could see.
Which again is going to warm up the circuit, which might help times.
Oh, and there's a big slide from King in there as the aquaplanes out the exit of turn 5 there.
Mate, these times, what do you think the actual finishing time will be on these intermediate tires? What do you think the qualifying target will be roughly?
31.
What do you think we'll get to? You don't think we're gonna get out of 31s today? I reckon a high 30. As Kingan makes another mistake there.
I mean, it just depends. We don't know how the track's gonna ramp up, really. But we're gonna see Liam. Can he improve as he wasn't pole for a very small time? But Elke Van, seen him go out in qualifying there. That's quite a big blow to him. He's just not having the luck this season.
Especially with the circuit as well, and because of the wet conditions. As I said earlier, if it's dry, there'll be no tyre advantage. Everyone's going to get a free tyre choice, and therefore these strategies are going to be quite similar.
I mean, was it maybe a strategy just too built for the dry? Like, because he was a goal, if you looked at Daisy right now, the corner right in front of him here, he almost put it in the barrier on one of his laps. So he was clearly struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently watching Charlie said that. He was on another lap. Zephyr did look at his team faster now with a 1:31.7. I think this track's going to ramp up to the high to mid 1:30s, mate.
I mean, probably. But Evianen is also another driver. He has the pace this season. I definitely think he has the potential to get a win. Next Iceman, what can he do as he has another out lap? Zeperudo is currently on an in lap, or maybe just setting up for another lap. ST Matt's coming out to rival his teammate again. Is it going to be all McLaren front row, or will the Mercedes next Iceman or Evianen split the two up?
Well, I mean, the interesting thing for me, mate, is going to be what setups they're going for. Have they gone for the wet setup? Have they gone for the dry? You know, was Ivan thinking more of the race? Was some of the other dry? Because this is a circuit where you've got to think, what's more important, track position or setup? I would say track position for me around here, but I don't know what your opinion on that is.
I mean, I was talking about the pre-season, the pre-race interviews. This track is very hard to overtake, but I mean, I don't. It's not one that's like track position means everything, because you can make moves, but you've got to really, have the pace to overtake someone right here. Like you've got to be about probably a half a second quicker than them.
Yeah, and it's hard to follow. As Charlie said, that makes a mistake going into the gravel.
Ooh, Riley By's really pushing his car here, losing the back end.
He'll want to do that for racing point, though, won't he? He'll want to. A 5th and 6th probably isn't what he'd be hoping. Oh!
Locks up his brakes, saves it from the wall. Very good driving there to not scatter the rest of his car over the track.
And he can get back in time and go for another run for sure.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
This is exciting, mate. This is very exciting.
We don't know what's going to happen. Charlie said that could come out here and get the top 5.
It doesn't matter. Come out for one run and smash it, you know? I mean, Nathan, I don't think has set a time. Yes, it's his wet tyres, so we don't know where his pace is at right now.
I mean, yeah, he's on an outlap. Now we have Daisy that's not really been able to do much, as he's made a few mistakes. Liam on a lap here. I'm going to watch him as he's right behind Evianen, giving a little bit of a toll here, it seems, the Ferrari and the Renault.
I'm going to ask you this question: in these conditions, seeing a car in front of you, will that help or hinder?
I think it would help, to be honest. More clear. I would say it gives you more clear of a surface, and obviously you're getting that small toe. But that might have been a validation there from Liam. But we're going to stick on board as you have Daniel right behind them.
It's going to be it's going to be good fun. I think, you know, this is probably the last set of tyres they can use, but you can do a couple laps of the intermediates, so this is probably, you know, we're going to get racing, so Liam's decided he's going to stick with this set, although he's already done a lap with them, so it's going to be interesting, but here we go. The sun's out, by the way, on the back straight. You can see the sun glistening through.
Well, there we go. Don't think it will dry up, but it's definitely going to add some time.
It's going to make the track. As Aaron's stuck behind Kingan here on his lap, I think. No, Aaron's not on the lap, he's on the outlap, my bad. But he's got Kingan in front. Kingan is on a lap, so maybe Aaron can afford to just sit back a little bit.
Kingan will just be looking for the best qualifying he possibly can here.
Mate, Nathan's just started his lap. It'll be quite interesting to see how he fares on those intermediate tyres, because, as I said, he's only driving not set a time currently on those tyres, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, he spun it.
Unlucky there.
Commentator's curse comes in there, and the drama for Alfa Romeo continues this season, doesn't it? No points scored.
Give me back his way back to the pits very quickly if he wants to get another lap in, but I really don't see it happening.
So he's putting himself. When we see Azamata come out here, this is going to be an interesting one for sure. Kingan, though, he's going to cross the line now here. He's got Aaron behind him, but he's going to come across the line 8th fastest. But he's certainly one man who probably will, you know, there's a massive gap from 6th to 7th. Aaron needs to bridge that gap. Kingan, though, he's kind of best of the rest of them, isn't he?
I mean, I don't know what Aaron's doing here. He's been on the lap, on them tires for 4 laps. I did say they do get faster, but
No, mate,
really
you're
worth
looking
it.
at best. You're looking at best, not fitted. His best was on 4 lap holds. Not his
Aha!
current tyre.
There we go. That's why I was a bit confused because I had a wet tyre on my screen. Sorry, guys. Rather bad.
Got a bit of computer trouble here, but Riley's just finished a lap, mate, so I don't know if he's still pushing. I think he'll more than likely want to charge the batteries and go again. An actual pushing lap. That's what I do anyway. But he's 5th right now. His teammates just come out, so his teammates literally go for the 1 run. Riley, yeah, I think he's just taking it slow this time around, not really pushing. He's probably in bad day. Oh no, Riley! Oh, that's the end of Riley's qualifying over anyway. 5th position. There's a massive gap to Aaron, so that might be at worst 7th.
I think Aaron will bridge the gap, but King did go out and set a lap there, and I don't think there's gonna be much improvement. As a matter, not coming out, it seems.
As a matter, just gonna wait for the dry. I suppose that, you know, that kind of hints at being a dry. Anyway, Aaron's gonna come across the line in a matter of seconds. Where's he gonna come across the line? It's gonna be P5. So he's bridged the gap and he's beat both racing points. So a bit of pressure on the racing points now here to, well, at least Pizza Parker to beat Aaron, as Riley is cutting corners to get back to the pit lane. I don't know whether that's allowed in the rules, but you're not going to finish qualify. Oh, he's hit the wall and
Well
on the way
then,
to the
I
pit lane.
just caught that on the stream, just in time.
There's a bit of anger coming out there, but Iceman, the Nexus Iceman, he's qualified, he's 4th. He's got a train in front of him, mate. That's probably what you want, is it, on your lap?
As Aaron, or Evie Aaron's off the circuit, or Red Bull, was a Red Bull. Charlie said that.
He's not, on my screen, he's not using an
Oh!
ERS.
Kingen hits the back of Charlie said that, as Charlie said that was on the racing line there.
SD Max has gone into him, this is drama. SD Max will be raging. And people like Iceman and that, they're not going to finish a time, mate. Look at them. The top guys aren't going to finish their times, they're all rushing out.
It's Italy.
Liam,
It's Italy all over again.
Zeppadoodle. It's Bonzo all over again, Zeppadoodle, Liam, even had an Iceman. They've all left it way too late here, and that's qualifying for them over and done with. Which means Peter Parker is in the prime position here to get pole position if he can put a good lap in. If he manages this, mate, you'll consider himself lucky, that's for sure. What do you think happened there? Do you think they forgot it was wet conditions and didn't take that into account? Or,
I mean,
well,
I
because
reckon they're
they
just
weren't.
slowing each other up.
Uh,
Because they were out
I
for a
don't
while.
li-
Like,
I
they were out for a while.
I don't like that in Formula 1. What's your opinion on that sort of thing? But obviously, Pizza Parker coming across the line. Are you a fan of that sort? Because I think it's just not correct in my opinion. But you know, something to decide that.
I think there should be a minimum speed you should go, or maybe like, yeah, I would say a minimum speed you should be.
You know, Pizza Parker, he's probably the only one that gets head for pole position. He comes across the line, P7, so he doesn't move. And Aaron's on a lap though, and so is Iceman apparently. Iceman got across the line.
No, he didn't.
Why is his qualifying not ticked with the checkered flag?
There's no way he got across the line because he was behind all of them.
Well, mate, he's pushing right now. If you see his that's no way that's his AI.
Well, we're gonna have to see this. See what happens.
As Aaron's also pushing, Liam's also pushing. I'm really confused. Maybe the outlap thing was incorrect.
Maybe there was more.
I don't know. This is so. You're seeing the same things I'm seeing, right? That they are currently on laps technically. Great game. Thank you, F1. Thank you, Codemasters. But Zeppadil goes pole. No. But Liam goes there, and Iceman
P2
goes second. Well, I don't really know what happened there, mate. I don't know whether the pictures we were seeing, whether we were desynced. But there's no way we were both desynced. I think that's very confusing. I think that's a strange phenomenon.
Under investigation, would you say? maybe a glitch.
Why is that
Super.
what are you going to do? Give them penalties for something that wasn't their fault? Like, you can't put them under investigation. They rig it.
Oh,
Um,
Coloman goes into glitch, it always happens. So clearly we're in sync with the actual quality times. But I mean, Iceman done what I said, split the two McLarens it seems.
yeah, so we got Zebedin on pole by Iceman, followed by Estimats, followed by the two Ferraris, Eva Had and Aaron, then followed by the two racing points, Riley and Peter Parker, then the house of Daniel, then Pepu, then Liam, then Kingham, then Choice said that, then Ivan, Dazik, Nathan, Azimata, who didn't set a time. And normally I'd say all free tyre choice, but the belief is they all have free tyre choice.
I mean, the thing I'm taking away from this qualification is, seems like Zepidodo had a, well, everybody in the 31s must have had a better setup, kind of designed for both circumstances, because the gap between from Aaron to the top guys, I mean even the gap from Zepidodo to Iceman is quite big.
It's dry. It's dry. It's dry here. So do you expect them to all go onto the hard tyres? Because that then gives them free tyre choice. Like, they can go either strategy.
No.
That's what I would do. I always, if it's free tyre choice, I would start the hardest compound.
I mean, if I take the fact that something can happen in lap 1, and you get wind damage, it forces you to pit, so, for instance, it's better going for a softer compound rather than a harder compound.
Okay.
So we wait for the very sunny Spain.
Okay, I shall, could you tell me when it's 10 seconds to go and I'll type ready up. I've already typed it, I just need to send it. So when it's 10 seconds to go, and I'll put that in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing with a circuit, with F1 games, I wish the spectator menu gave you kind of like more personal things. So you, for instance, you could put your own little HUD up, so you could have one hub racing up at the top and stuff. I feel like it would be quite good, and you could also, like iRacing, have a replay system where you can go and rewind what happened.
Well, mate, I was entirely wrong. Everyone went on mediums except for Ivan and Azamata. So there we go.
I mean, people just want the fastest strategy, it seems.
As it's a sunny day here.
I mean, I was going to say, could you keep an eye on position change, because you want to see who are the biggest gainers in these first few laps.
Absolutely. Currently, no one's moved any positions, obviously, because it's formation lap.
Can Next Iceman challenge Zepidodo, and can Aaron have a damage limitation race, because he can't afford to be down at P5 when you're leading the championship?
Is Zepidodo lagging like a person from Mars? No. Okay. Just me then. Everyone else seems to be okay, so I don't know what's going on with that, but
he has from Australia, so it may just be some net code between you two.
lovely. The Zepidoodle, he's on pole. How annoyed do you think McLaren will be that they slipped up? Well, Estimat's got in trouble by the spinning car, so he would have set a lap time, but he didn't manage it. That just puts pain to him. What do you think about that, though?
Well, let's take another thing. What should be done with Charlie said that? Ruined two people's qualifying there.
I think he might get given a little bit of a brief, like just the harsh no because of the conditions. I think it might have been a bit more difficult. But I think if it was dry, he would definitely would have got a penalty for sure. But in my opinion, I think first time it happened, just give him a slap on the wrist because of the conditions. Because did you think that should be a thing? Take it into account when conditions.
But also, I mean, there's no reason he was off circuit and then came back on, and then just parked down inside.
Well, we'll leave that one up to the stewards. But here we go, mate. We're about to go racing.
So, as we get ready for today's Grand Prix, Podium Tier, we're in Catalonia. As they rev their engines, as 5 red lights are... Oh, Some must be out of time here. Because
Why?
fire
What
lights
the
are
hell?
out. Now away we go, and somebody's off circuit. Is an Alfa Romeo and a Haas almost. His next Iceman is challenging.
I think they were seeing the same pictures as us.
Yeah.
Because some of them left, some of them didn't. I don't know what's going on there because there's no lag in the session really.
As
Sorry about
RNG,
that, to any inconvenience.
Evianin. Oh, it looks like RNG has had a very good start here, and he's trying to challenge P2. Next is Iceman, feeling the pressure, it seems already by the Ferrari driver, and he makes a dive down the inside, but it is shut off from the Mercedes. Very good driving from the pair of them. As you have Riley Bays and Kingan going side by side. Riley Bays goes on to that strip and is a smash, and Kingan has lost some of his front wing there. Maybe just outbraking himself, that could have cost Riley Bays his race. Now Kingan is really feeling the blow as Adimatter is now up to B9 from last place. Now he's catching Kingan. As Riley goes off circuit, Kingan outbrakes himself once again and almost hits Riley. That's your yellow flags.
Nathan's retired.
Oh, Peplu! Problems with the Torossos.
I just thought I'd let you know that I mean, it's kind of obvious if you look at it, but Azamata was the biggest gainer at 7 positions. Apart from that, Kingan was also the next biggest gainer with 3 positions. Biggest loser would be Pepulu at the minute. He lost 6.
I mean, Pepulu and his teammate may be having some drama, but next Iceman needs to get back in the DRS here, but he does have a two very quick Ferraris, really hustling the back of the mare. But Isimat's just losing that kind of DRS window to the guys ahead, so he also needs to get the power down. Peter Parker keeping on the back, and Riley Bays need to work as a team, the 2 racing points, to get the best result tonight. Moving down, you have Adimatter still making his way up the grid, and Liam down the inside.
Mate, yeah, you have Liam and Kingan going side by side right now. So a place I wouldn't normally recommend going because there's gravel right there. Kingan though, not giving up his position today.
I mean, Kingan is missing. Oh! And to me that seems like some desync or something, because that was very dramatic for what I've seen, especially.
Well, I don't know, Liam was right on the gearbox of Kingan.
But he made no turn in any of like that's sorry, I said that in the wrong way. My bad. Like what I'm saying is he was straight, his car was in a straight line, and obviously Kingan has just been spun round. As Easty-Max is trying, well, he's just outside this window, but it's called a slipstream, just about. Next Iceman's keeping a 1.1 second gap to Zepedudo. Aaron J has lost a bit of time, but Emianen really putting the pressure on his teammate. But the gap has opened up from Pete Parker.
I mean, just to let you know, everyone that's stopped so far, 3 of them have. Ivan, Kingan and Pepulu are the 3 cars that stopped. It's not good at the minute, is it? But one man who will be very happy with himself is Zepedudo. The Aussie, he is 1.1 seconds ahead. Iceman is in second, but he's being chased out by the Ferraris. Interestingly though, mate, I don't really know what happened to SD Mats. He lost 2 positions to both the Ferraris.
I mean, I would just say it was a bad start, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was paying attention to Iceman and Zepedudo. They were going side by side into turn 1 until.
Interestingly though, mate, Aaron has jumped his teammate, so I don't know whether that was just.
Aaron got a very good start.
If not though, do you think they'll have team orders, or do you think they'll race each other?
I mean, they're going to race each other. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aaron's fighting for the championship. They're going to have some Sebastian Vettel and Raikkonen type things here. But
or Charles Leclerc, where they've had a deal here, and Aaron no longer abiding by the deal, but hopefully they're not that much into each other. But Aaron is going super quick here.
I mean, Adimatter's on the hard compound and is into P8. Definitely in a shot of doing well here. Riley Bags really pressuring his teammate as well here on the back of Pizza Parker, and gonna pile on the pressure if you keep an eye on that battle as I watch on Aaron. And next is Iceman. Next Iceman's almost back in within a second of Zepedudo. I'm sure as soon as he gets into the DRS here, he will be fighting for the win during this race. But he doesn't want to lose the time.
It's all down to it's all down to the current state of affairs, really. There is a lot to go. We're on lap 4 here of a 33-lap-old race. Zeppelin, though, he's lost a couple tenths in the last couple laps, mate.
Definitely, maybe he should short the tyres on that kind of first few laps. Need to calm it down a bit, take some time.
Oh, he loses the rear end a little bit there, but I think everyone does a little bit. Actually, on the exits, Nex has caught a like a half-tenth gap here, and it's closing down with DRS as well. Could your 5, you know, it's going to be close.
Aaron's been pushing a lot more than the rest of the guys here on 60% ERS compared to everybody's 90 almost, but it looks like Zeppelin and Iceman are really gunning for it now in overtake mode. It looks like I think Aaron and Amy Han are just going to stick behind here and watch the battle start between the Merc and the McLaren. Have a stutter there. As Riley By and Pizza Parker have a swap.
Well, just talk about the Ferraris. They don't really need to worry. They can just keep up with the pace of the boys because they are leaving ST Mats behind. So they are pretty much just following the pack here. But as you said, I think that's the right strategy for them. Just keep running, but don't go don't go for any silly moves. If the opportunity presents itself, they go for the move.
Oh, and Azimat are getting a lot right now on Pizza Parker. Pizza Parker struggling clearly on the medium compound into has 4 laps of being, well, 4.5 laps now. Azimat are finding very good pace on these hard compound. Liam also trying to keep up with Azimat. But I just say it's going to be redemption for Azimat here, and he's definitely showed it in these first few laps.
I mean, yeah, as a matter, he's considering the qualify. I mean, from the group chat, it was his own decision not to go out and qualify. So he knew he had the.
Here we go. Very close between the Merc and the racing point there, but I mean, Azimatter's gunning for it, and all of a sudden, every race I get a red clutch for him.
Pizza there, just making a bit of a mistake, and as a matter of remove Evian there going past the Ferraris, perhaps there. I mean, he used to up on the screen.
The Ferraris are. I thought they were going for a bit. Next is Iceman, is right on the back of Zeppelin. I did say Iceman has the pace.
Got the better. Azimatter's got the better of Pizza Parker.
Pizza Parker just needs to calm it down a bit. He seems very flustered at the moment.
The Ferraris are playing the perfect game right now, aren't they? They're sticking to the pace of the leaders. They're possibly even faster, but they're still gaining a couple of tenths on Azimatter every lap. And does he get the better of Charlie said that?
One thing I noticed is Evianen, I think, definitely had the pace to make the overtake on his teammate, or at least go side by side with his teammate on the back straight, but pull out the slipstream and really just saving the ERS, it seems, as Aaron's pushing now.
Yeah, and when Aaron pushes, Iceman pushes, and that means Zeppadoodle, because he still gets lost so traded. The good thing for Zeppadoodle is it's very hard to follow in Sector 3, so he's probably going to get a little bit of a gap here. It's going to be so difficult. We're in for a good race here though with the Ferraris. It's such an interesting strategy they're pushing.
Well, I mean, we always love to see this. It's a 4-man battle for the lead. It'd just be great to see Easty Mats and Azimat are up here. So it would be
Don't forget Riley as well. Riley's in this.
Riley's also got the pace, but it's just that gap from Easty Mat to the top guys. Avianen just into low, but Aaron needs to stop pushing as hard as he is because he's got no ERS compared to the other guys.
And he's leaving his teammate behind as well. Not when you're serious. Pizza Parker loses another position here. I think he's just pushed too hard. Overheated the tyres, it seems. Yeah, he goes in what I think. Yeah, it's just not going for. As a matter though, I think those hard tyres.
And Easty Mat spun, and it's almost contact for the Merc. Very close.
He's in the centre of the circuit. ST Mats though. As a matter now, going to try and battle for P5. There's no gap now between him and the top 4. Azimatter is right in this one.
Definitely could be. Well, he is in contention to win the race now.
You can see that either Aaron stopped pushing or either Hannon's pushed even more. Actually, no. Next is Iceman's stopped. I think Iceman's running out a bit. He's not. Zeppadoodle isn't using any either. This is such an
Aaron. I mean, you don't have to use any in this first sector.
So here we go, then Iceman. The gaps suggest to see if Iceman goes fastest, and even Hannon goes fastest.
Even Hannon catching on his teammate as he's pulling out the ERS again.
Iceman. Oh, I mean, you can see Eva Hannon was so quick he had to put a slipstream there. Here comes Azamata though, on Riley.
Oh, that's why Azimatter didn't qualify. He had a quali ban due to his last week incident. I should have known. I seen that on the end, like the stewards.
Well, I hope you would, because you are the lead commentator.
Sorry, guys.
On this one.
But I mean,
you know, mate, this strategy is so interesting. Do you think Iceman's playing up to this as well? Do you think he would rather have the Ferraris behind him at this point, just to give Zeppelin even more pressure?
I mean, right now this is just I feel like Zeppelin setting the pace for these guys. None of these guys really want to make the move too bad. Because
one man that does want to make the move bad though is Azamata. Sorry about to cut you off. Look how close he's getting to the back of the racing point now in the Mercedes.
Really pushing now.
He'll go for the move wherever he can. I think he'll go for it on the next straight. But mate, Iceman is even closer to Zeppelin this time round. They might have to do another Ferrari switch, or the Ferrari might have to try and get the better of the Mercedes. But if the Mercedes gets the better of the McLaren, are they going 3 wide?
Well, I mean, Aaron's been saving, Zeppelin's losing out as Iceman's on 80% ERS. Jeez, Zeppelin goes wide on the final corner. That's going to be crucial for him keeping the position here. But the Ferraris are keeping it calm behind as Evianen's is catching big puts.
The move's done. The move's done there. Iceman's got the better.
Iceman round the outside, ghosting.
Done.
There.
Done it. He wasn't ghosting on my screen, but as a matter as well. Contact made with the racing point. Racing point staying over better worse than Riley spun.
Oh, Liam. Oh, and it's just unlucky for Liam there.
He was just. Unfortunately, he was literally just a component of something.
A passenger.
Yeah, he's a thank you. That's the one I was looking for. Couldn't get it out. With that, I think that was just the nature of going side by side through there. It's a racing incident, isn't it? If you try to go side by side through there, you're going to struggle.
I mean, I feel like Azimatter was trying to squeeze him off, wanted the move done too quickly. But I mean, he had the inside for the next corner. He had any right to.
I mean, now we'll see the Ferraris begin to make their moves, I feel, but Zeppelin will have slipstream off the Mercedes. As Liam's race goes from bad to worse.
No, but it wasn't really. It was actually going quite well. I was keeping an eye on him.
Sorry, his season goes from. I meant this season. So Porsche showing in China. I think. Would you say Baku was a bit of a better one for him? Iceman goes fastest lap, which shows the pace he was keeping behind. And then the Ferraris have dropped off him, mate. What do you think is going on with them? Do you think they're just waiting a couple laps here, or do you think?
They're not really. They're not pushing. But don't get me wrong, it's Epidudo. But if you notice, all their ERS were at 80 until Iceman got the lead and is clearly pushing the pack now.
Absolutely, Liam's into the pits and
different strategy call for the Merc team.
As a matter, when do you think the tyres will go his way? When do you think he'll start to claw in the time a little bit?
I think they've conserved for the last 8 laps on them tyres. And I mean, the gap was 7 seconds until that incident, now it's 8.8, so we're only going to have to look. But he's lost time due to that battle, and that's really probably not what he wanted. Liam retired from his session in the pits, it seems. Continuing the race on the medium compound. Same with LK van. People are still on a chance for points. Riley buys as in the pits, but
Liam's left.
They're just going to wait for really a safety car.
Wonder whether Liam can get back into the session or not.
I mean, yeah, could we actually invite Liam? I would like to see some like live feedback.
Perhaps we'll give it. We can try. We've never done this before. Ivan's retired. I saw there as I was going to invite Liam.
Really, that is bad to worse.
Right to safety car.
Okay, man.
Should we invite the other guys, or should we leave it? Do you want to invite Liam?
Yeah, invite Liam. I would like to see what he has to say.
This is first, never done on One Hub before. Which could be interesting for sure, absolutely. But let me just get to the invite. I'll shut my mouth just in case we go racing, so you could the build up. But where is he?
That's going to help the guys on the medium compound fix their tires off, as I have a little bit of a voice crack there coming in.
I've been invited. Oh, Aaron!
Oh, he's in the wall!
Just as the racing goes back.
Sorry, I was laughing at my voice crack. I was not expecting that.
And Aaron, box. That'll be the team radio coming from Ferrari
Sebastian Vettel bottle, it seems.
Oh, Aaron, when Pepulu's retired, could we end up with less than 10 finishes today?
Definitely by the way it's going. But will we see a safety car? I mean, after that whole incident with Aaron, I think there should be.
Liam also angry in the chat there, saying he doesn't come into the party chat and talk to us today. Now, where will Aaron come out here? Can he come out in front of the Zeke? Liam's joined the party. Liam, we just wanted to get some live reaction. Can you explain what happened to you there?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It's so annoying. Riley's been spun out, and then I've tried to go around him, and I've ended up going into his front wing. Ran a pit. I tried to pit for a new front wing and ended up with softs on, so I just
decided the race was over.
Yeah, so it wasn't salvageable at that point.
I mean, it was very unlucky. You were having an alright race.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see you go down like that.
As my friend Brett here was saying, you were sort of a passenger in that situation. There was only a chance of you avoiding that? Because I didn't really get the best look at it. Or was it just so surprising there was just no way?
I think, it was surprising, to be honest. I wasn't expecting to come through turn 2 and see a racing point pointing in the other direction straight at you. So I think I could have avoided it if I was paying enough attention, but I was trying to just get it right and get through the corners so I can try and catch up to the back of those two.
Just to update you, Zeppelin's coming for the hard compound tyres. He's doing the undercut on Eva Hannon and as an exercise man. Mate, it's just heartbreak. Brett, do you have any questions for? Our friend Liam here?
I mean, what's happening now for the next race? What was the thoughts? Because the mentality seemed like it was a lot higher going into this Grand Prix. What is it now?
Head down, focus on the next race. Hopefully, bounce back again.
Well, I hope that's the case because it's just sad when that happens. And I mean, I don't know if you could blame anyone in that situation because Matter and Riley were proper going for it side by side. And then sadly just went sideways.
I don't put the blame on anyone, to be honest. I think it was just me not paying attention, to be honest.
I mean, it's in the middle of the track. Definitely I would take the replay cause you might see if you could have done something and work on it for the future. That's my suggestion to you.
Nexus Iceman does not box, so that's interesting. And Evie Hannon doesn't box. So Zeppelin's boxed quite early for the hard compound tyres.
Yeah, yes, he did. Right. Thank you, Liam, for the live reaction.
No problem, guys.
Good luck for next week.
We'll see you in Monaco. Good luck.
Cheers, guys.
Well, I think one word to say there is disappointed for sure, and commiserations to Liam there for sure.
I mean, promotion now though, as about into P3.
Doesn't matter. Could he get on the podium?
I mean,
just by running the perfect strategy.
What?
And also,
what I see him doing right now is hard soft. That's what I'm seeing. I think he's gonna do that.
Do you think the others are going to go medium soft then? Because why haven't they tried to cover off Zepadul?
Oh, I did say the mediums can go ages, but I don't think they can go as long as soft.
I just don't understand it right now. They've got a Williams of Kingan in between them. Evian's dropped off the pace, so I think he should box. Right now, Zepadul could undercut both of these guys, and as we said, obviously track position's not everything around here, but you'd think, knowing the would you have boxed at the lap after? Iceman's coming in now, who's given it 2 laps. Evian's following. Will Evian delay Iceman here? It's going to be interesting. Yep, sure. Yeah, there's a couple second delay because of the Williams as well.
He comes around the final corner. Yeah, he's got it for good, definitely.
Oh, well, Aaron B. Well, he's going to be miles behind him, but he's going to. Those hard tyres will go to the end of the race, that's for sure. But where does it? What's good for Aaron at this point? Where does he want to get past Peter Parker?
Easy mats, that's what I'm saying.
So he's in the top 5 stuff. So is there a 4-way battle now, or is it?
I reckon what the battle is here is Aaron versus Adimar. Because Adimar's going to come out behind these guys at the end of it. He's going to lose time. These guys are going to catch him by the end of it as stint. And then Aaron's get to try as hard as possible if he is going to go into the soft compound to keep him behind or to keep right on him and let him pull him up to the top guys again. That's if I was the championship leader, that's what my goal would be.
I completely agree with you on that one. It's going to be dark, a bit grey. I don't think we'll see rain because of the hard compound tyre decision. But could we see some light rain towards the end of the race, but not enough to get intermediates?
I mean, we're lap 16 out of 33. Actually getting darker. Definitely.
It is. Yeah, it's definitely getting darker, and normally on the game that means rain's on the way. It's different and everything, but you can tell that Zeppeline's got so much grip in his tyres, can't you, right now? So how long would you say is the pit stop round here if you had to guess the whole thing? How many seconds?
21.
Because Aaron is 7 seconds, 28 seconds behind him.
Behind Azimar?
Yeah.
Remember, he's got a lot fresher tyres though.
Yeah, I don't think he'll catch up 7 seconds by the time that Azimar boxes.
I mean, it's just going to see. We know in this, especially around here, like
See,
tyre
that
overheating.
Azimar is doing a really good job on his tyres because Zeppelin has not caught very much, but the Iceman is pushing. Zeppelin, we saw this earlier. He didn't really want to push. He wanted to kind of slow his race down here. Could this punch him back up again? Because Iceman's about to catch Zeppelin.
I mean,
no doubt about it. Could that bring you down?
Push him. Because, I mean, he's got 8 ERS. He's got more ERS than Zeppelin.
He was 3 seconds behind him with pit stop, and there's 1.2. And Zeppelin catching as a matter, so Zeppelin's not letting it going slow. But yeah, SD Max needs to pit. He's pitted boxing now. SD Max will. Aaron will be in front of SD Max.
Yeah, well.
So Aaron then, the person he can catch up closest to is Evianen. But Evianen for him is a country mile away, really. We get to defeat Sparker, but I mean, no offense to defeat Sparker, but you'd expect that to be a given, wouldn't you? And then 14 seconds up the road as his teammate.
No more on Peter Parker does have good pace. He did show that on the first few laps, so I reckon it's gonna be hard. We need to watch the gap though.
Absolutely here, but this is a race where you just don't know what's going to happen here. Zeppelin will now begin to close that gap. Iceman begins to catch up on him. Evianen, it's so close, isn't it, right now?
Closest gap 1.1. There's no battling going on at the moment.
But there's so much speculation of what could happen as a matter. This was the line. I'll tell you what, Iceman's so close to DRS it. I reckon Zeppelin is going to bunch the pack back up again. Evianen will close straight back up, or at least close a couple seconds. Would you agree?
Well, we see some team game here though. Yeah, because Iceman could get in front. I mean, he's a lot faster than Zeppelin at the moment. Next Iceman gets in front, does what Zeppelin was doing at the start, but maybe Zeppelin was trying to help his teammate in the long run, but his teammate just couldn't really get there. He's missing out on the DRS.
It's possible, for sure. Yeah, Aaron is closing in on Peter Parker. Peter Parker's got the benefit of the different combat attire there. As the gap is beginning to close from Evianen to Zeppelin, so that's going to be interesting. It must be annoying for next Iceman that he's been stuck behind Zephyr again.
I mean, maybe this is just as a matter set up the best strategy here for the Merc, because as a matter can wait, hold up Zepidoodle, as he's just up the road now, and then it's really all to play for, because he could sit in front of Zepidoodle for quite a long time.
Well, here we go. This is the first bit of DRS that they're going to get here,
He's
and
gaining.
next Iceman's closing. He's
Doesn't
not
get
going to
it.
get the better of him though. Possibly another lap here, and Evianen is going to reap the rewards of this, isn't he?
Definitely. I mean, you just gotta hope that they fight it out for a long time, or Azimatter wants to keep the position and wants to keep first for that amount of time.
Well, next Iceman's right now in the dirty air, and this is going to help Evianen even more through this particular section, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
And it's getting darker, so looks like rain's definitely going to affect the racing too much.
I reckon it's just going to be very overcast at the end. Right, the track's going to get a lot more damp, but it won't rain. I hope it doesn't rain.
Is that Riley battling for points with Charlie said that? But if someone else if someone else retires, the person that finishes at 11th will get 1 point anyway.
That's a good point.
As Azamata boxes in. So he's going on the medium, so he's not doing what you thought.
I reckon that's a missed opportunity for the Merc.
I don't, I think the soft tyres are not useful. Well, he's going to come out in front of Pizza Parker here. Crucially, the Mercedes is going to come out in front of Pizza Parker. That's incredible. Hey, he's only got 9 seconds to catch. He could do this, you know. Watch out for this man as a matter. He could get on the podium. But the battle at top is 6/10 of a second. Behind them is Evianen, who is reaping the rewards of this battle right now. He's catching. Yeah, 5 set to 3. It's Charlie said that.
It's fun again. Sorry for the weird noise my mic was making there.
That's okay. I don't know who you heard it. You're like a predictionist, but predictionist. What are they called? Help me out here. Ryder goes fastest. Don't know. Fortune? No, not fortune teller. Sure, we'll go with that. That's not what I'm thinking of. Though. As a matter though, Evianen, you want to close the door here. You want to close up a little bit. Have you a bit surprised by Evianen's lack of closing, the amount he's done, or do you think he's doing a solid job?
I don't know.
As right now, this is sorry about that. Turn your attention to the battle at the top. Zepidoodle.
He's gaining. Will he get it?
Power.
There's so much more ERS left in next Iceman. Left in next Iceman's battery right now. I mean, look at the advantage he has. All he has to do is keep draining Zepidoodle's ERS, stay behind him for a couple more laps, and he's gonna have absolutely nothing left.
Azamata's made a mistake because someone is 9 seconds back.
I mean, Aaron is right in the back of Pizza Parker, and the Force India Racing Point has been struggling all day long, really.
Oh, come on. We're too late into the season for that.
He's been struggling all race long ever since the kind of first 5 laps. It went well and then it just went down, and he's really just done a damage limitation here. He's MP5 at the moment, but can he keep ahead of the championship leader that is also on damage limitation?
12 laps to go. Aaron though, I just fancy Aaron for this one. Do you know what I mean? Do you disagree? Do you think that Pizza Park can hold off?
I see Aaron coming out on top at the end of it.
Here we go then. Round 3 of the second battle between Iceman and Zepidoodle. He's a bit further back, yellow flag, sector 1. We'll have a look at that in a minute.
He's not going to get it.
That again. No, he's not going to get it. Evianen though loses so much time on the back straight. He's not got car setup right.
I think it's the DRS. The DRS does all for a 5 times different. It's Adi
And also,
the fastest lap.
also, I think he was benefiting from the fact that I think he was benefiting from following his teammate. I think without that, he's not as quick. But Aaron really wants to pass Peter Parker. He's going to be the closest he's ever been. He's not going to go for the move now, surely. Oh, he almost outbrakes himself there because Peter brakes so hardy.
I think the thing here that we've got to look at is the fact that you're saying Aaron will get past. I think he will get past, but it's due to his mentality that he needs to get past. Because if he doesn't, he's going to lose so many points in the standing against Epidoodle.
Mate, look how much Aaron is not really annoyed at Peter, but look how annoyed he is at being behind him. He wants to find any little inch on Peter Parker right now.
Peter Parker touches the grass there. I mean, they've also got a lap car coming up. I think that's what Peter Parker needs to do. Hold him up for two more laps. Let King get in between you for a bit.
I don't think I'll get the opportunity though, mate, because I think on this next match straight, Aaron will go for the move. As a matter, can he catch Evianen, do you think? As we go then, sorry, round 4 between Zephyr and Iceman.
He's gaining. He's not going to get out.
I don't know whether following him for so long was hurting his tyres. Here we go then, Aaron versus Peter Parker. Aston even faster. So we can tell that he's got the bits in his teeth right now. I think this is going to be an easy move for the Ferrari, unfortunately, on the racing point. At the back straight, DRS, slipstream. Is it? He's close.
He's not pushing the car really, but he's gonna do it around the outside. Peter Parker tries to hold him off aggressively.
That's confidence.
Oh, but
there,
a good line there from Peter Parker. Trying to get the. Oh, he's got an amazing run trying around the outside of Aaron. He's in the slipstream. He wants it. He's gonna go down the inside into turn 4 here. Very clean driving from the pair of them. Aaron is trying to hold it though, and he's not gonna get past Peter Parker. That's crucial.
Aaron will be livid at himself there. He has no one else but himself to blame. He was caught napping on the exit of turn 2, and that was a great drive for Peter Parker.
It was a brilliant. How aggressive he moved over to the right to get back in the slipstream, and then found the gap down the inside. I mean, it was brilliant.
He might not get DRS here, but he might get some important.
As next Iceman is 4 times, he's gonna get it this lap, surely. He's closing, he's gaining on the McLaren. Will he move to the left hand side? Yes, he does. Zebedee squeezed him to the outside line, around the outside. The Merrick goes, and the McLaren sadly misses out on the opportunity. But can he get a better run? Let Peter Parker goes wide because of the dirty air. Zebedee just needs to focus on staying behind.
Zebedee's good at pushing when he needs to. He was good at keeping up the pace of the Iceman. I think he's not out of this one for sure. And there we go. Aaron's got the better of Peter Parker for now, but as they go into turn 1, Peter tried to stick in.
Very close. Locked up his brakes there as he didn't want to make a collision.
I reckon Zebedee's not out of the question for getting past Iceman again. I reckon in the corners, Zebedee's a lot quicker, but he's lost 6/10 already, which is a surprise.
He's saving ARS because he knows now that if he's doing the right thing, he's made the decision, he's fought it, but he's not fought it too much, and is now just gonna do what Iceman was doing that whole time, saving his DRS up and waiting.
I don't think Zebedee's out of the question right now here, but he's still losing time in sector 3. He's 8/10 back.
I mean, Peter Parker is holding this gap also to Aaron, so that's the battle that I think is gonna go on.
And Aaron might get the DRS here, mate. I think Aaron might be the lucky one that gets the DRS, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, I'm not picking sides. Zebedee's so much faster than Iceman on the straights. Look at this!
He's gaining. Oh!
I think we can tell the difference in the setup, can't we? Straights,
definitely.
Corners, Iceman. This is why Zebedee's just losing so much time in the high speeds.
Yeah, there you go. As a matter goes around the first corner, he's gaining a lot on Evianen.
Here comes Pizza, but also no.
Gaining, he's gaining.
DRS.
Can he get it? He's closing. There's a lapped car and it doesn't allow anything to happen.
The Williams did the favour for the Ferrari, really.
Peter Parker has no ERS left. And I think that's him just lost out the battle. But the battle that is about to ensue in a few laps is Adimatter versus Evianen.
I mean, definitely all that. Let's see what actually goes in on this straight. Not much. He's definitely saves all his ERS for the back straight.
Maybe
it just seemed to work for him last lap, didn't it? He just seemed to know what he was doing. Closed up beautifully, can we say? This race is not all over yet.
Losing about 2 times in the final sector. Through the final corners,
It's better. It's closer than it was the lap before. It's closer than I don't think it's close enough because to go from 6 seconds back is it's like to go from 6 seconds back would be ludicrous.
Here goes the McLaren, pushing hard, but he's not gonna get it just yet.
All I'll say is that went from 0.6 to 0.3 ridiculously quickly. I think he realised that it was just too far back. I think he now knows perhaps he's got to push harder. He hasn't lost so much time in that turns on 2. Actually, I think he's crucial.
Right, here goes Peter Parker.
I think he's just too far back.
He's
gaining.
He needs to save a bit. Because Aaron just has a lot more ERS in him.
Not anymore. I don't know you looking.
When you're on more ERS or like more percentage, it offers more power to the car as well. So
Zeppadoodle's committing right now, mate, because he's pushing this lap. You can tell that.
He just needs to not lose the 2 times again in the final sector, but he goes into the corner. Goes a bit wide there, maximising his exit, and that seems like it may have just lost him a bit of time. Yes, it did. He's really struggling to stay in the second, I would even say here right now.
He's doing a very good job on the back straight. It's just Iceman a bit quicker. It's very similar to last lap. This.
He's gaining. What can he do? It's not going to happen this lap. He's having it in a hot lap. If he put it in overtake, he'd be able to get it done.
Look how close he got though. I think that's a warning shot, but I think that's cost him more than anything, really. Yeah.
Both of them are in none though. Both of them are in the same era.
Sorry, mate, here comes Peter Parker. There's no Williams this time involved. He's closer than ever to Aaron.
And he's got it. Look at the speed difference from the race point to the Ferrari. And he's down the inside, makes it work. But Aaron with a very good run here, and he's going to pile the pressure on Peter Parker.
This is a battle for the ages. Azamata is closing in on either hand as well. Keep your eyes on that one. Zeppadoodle, though, crucially, he's sticking in this one. I mean, he's got more ERS than Iceman as well.
Aaron really didn't need this.
Oh no! Zeppadoodle spun!
Oh! And Azimata and Evianen is going to both get rewarded a podium, it seems. Or has he lost any wing? No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't, but that's... You can now say with 6 laps to go, the win is pretty much in it's next to his to lose, isn't it? We've got Aaron in this battle here. I mean, as a matter as well. Zeppadoodle, how is his tyres going to react? Is he going to be super slow? Are they overheated? He got on the curbing there, and that's game over.
How are we going to look at this now? Is it going to be Evianen P2 or Azimata P2? Because I don't think Zeppadoodle is going to hold it here.
I do. He's pushing away already. As a hiccup, mate, here we go. We got the battle for the ages right now between Peter Parker and Aaron.
He's going to try and get it again.
Aaron's closing. We know he's good on the brakes, but Peter covers him off there. It's a penalty for his troubles, but
I mean, I hate the penalty system on this game. It's not like realistic at all. It's meant to be if you have all 4 tyres off the white line, it's
Codemasters.
It's meant to be a penalty, but it's just not really. Right, it's like you put a tyre onto the AstroTurf that is there for the car to run off to, and it just gives you a penalty. I think matter about a 1 second gap now. Evianen 2 seconds to Zeppadoodle. So it's either look in front, push, or look behind and defend.
We can't push. Do you know what I think? I think Azamata might get the podium second place, so we might get Mercedes 1 too because of this. Here comes Azamata though. 6 tenths back, 5 tenths back now, yeah, even before the DRS was closing. Fastest lap for his troubles.
And he's also saving ERS and he's pushing, he's gonna get it. Past Evianen.
And Aaron might make a Ferrari's chances better though. Because here he comes.
Just gonna keep it calm.
SD Max isn't far from these guys, you know. If these guys battle for so long, it might bring him into it. Side by side, Peter Parker and Aaron go. Peter Parker knows the better of it. there, and
I mean, SC Mats has such better tyres compared to them, especially due to, well, at the end of this.
he's got good speed estimate, so the reason he's so far down is because of spin. So
Evian just needs to stick with Adimatter right now. Push up with him. That's what needs to happen right now. Evian needs to really go for it.
yeah, he is, but then again, as a matter, he's slowly closing in on Zephyr. I think he's got the better Zephyr here. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be P2, 1-2 for the Mercs. It's all to play for though with Evian and Zephyr. If Zephyr can't, Evian can stay in the DRS here, which he's struggling to do, but he needs to do.
Right, he sets the fastest lap here, so he'll be on for 2 points, which will be nice for the rest of the points.
And some bit of a mess up there for Adimatter, and that keeps Evian in the DRS. But he doesn't want to make the overtake, he just wants to stick behind them.
Absolutely here, and SD Max hasn't really closed in here, and I'm going to say that's him out of luck. This one, look how close Peter Parker is now. This is a fight between these two, this is war.
There's a 5.3 second gap. Kingen comes into the pits. May just
Here
offer...
comes Peter, here comes Peter.
As he's going around the track, he's going to go down the inside. And it's outbreak to Silver. There's a switch back that Aaron has been looking for the past few laps. Down the inside for the right-hander, but the outside line's going to offer more grip for Peter Parker, it seems. On 2-lap fresher tyres, that's what it looks like at the moment. Evian just is out the second window
I'll
now.
tell you what, mate, SD Max was a massive gainer from that, though. If they do that a couple times, game on. I'll say that only because of penalties as well.
Oh,
Peter Parker's on the gravel. It's gonna
here we go,
invite
down the
Ferrari.
inside. Oh, but he's gonna still hold the position around the outside.
And SD Max gained 6/10 from that, so keep doing that, boys. We've got McLaren in the fight.
So Evian's lost the DRS, but as it matters, really catching Zephyr. I wonder if Zephyr is really gonna put up a fight here, because it's gonna be hard to keep that car behind. Though then again,
I agree with
yeah,
you.
it's gonna be very hard. I want to say then again tyre wear, but no, it's not really a thing right now.
Can Azamata get the better of Zephyrdul though? That is the main question. As Peter Parker gets it all wrong coming up the last corner.
I mean, let's watch AC Matt's just look from behind here, a little view of the Ferrari, and he moves to the right hand side of the circuit, and the racing point goes back to the slipstream, but nothing's happening now. It's back and forward on the straight.
Yeah, and this is it's so interesting, isn't it?
I mean,
but mate, Azamata will be in the DRS of Zephyrdul by the end of that, I think. Also, interestingly, Zephyrdul has caught Iceman since the incident, so Iceman cruising, you could say now. I mean, surely he's Mr. Confident.
Yeah, I would definitely say. I mean, he's caught up so much to these guys ahead, and they weren't even fighting.
As Azamata get the DRS is going to be crucial. These last sequence might just get it.
I mean, the thing is here, Evian's lost so much time compared to Zephyr, so Zephyr must have pushed like very hard, and it's now the gap was from 2 seconds to now 3 seconds. Evian to Zephyr.
About Peter Parker and Aaron going back at it.
He's 8 times, 6 times. Here we go.
If they go side by side again, ST Matt will be involved in this because he's closing the gap slowly but surely.
I mean, they go on to the second last lap. Something big's got to happen if these Matt's once in.
Well, the last time they've gone side by side, he's gained 6/10, so he's gained 1.2 seconds.
Oh, and there's another penalty. That Easty Matt has to be in for a shot of 6th place now.
Even 5th, I think Aaron's got a couple. Azamata is now in the DRS, mate, so he's going to get 2 shots as ever, really. And 1, because the last lap, you don't get the straight, so he's got, this is it, this is the last shot. Kingen, the fastest lap of the race, which means, you know, that's just amazing for him, considering he'll get the point for Charlie said that. I'm surprised Charlie said that hasn't gone for the since it's been a minute back, but look at Azamata, he's rigging the neck of the Mercedes.
I mean, the thing is Azamata, he needs to get a clean move here. He can't do what he done to Riley because you're up against somebody who's competing in the championship fight here.
The championship, the race leader has gone into the last lap. Here we go though. DRS active for the Mercedes. This is going to be his last shot. I think he's a bit too far back. I don't know.
Oh, he's gaining. It's not going to happen.
If anyone's going to do it, oh!
I mean, he's going to have more grip. Can he get it through the first few corners? He's really closed in. What about the fast right-hander? This is where he's got to gain it all.
Yes, Peter Parker.
He's not pushing though. SC Mats gets a penalty. That's not going to help him in this fight, or the fighting chance of getting P6 at least. Peter Parker hasn't caught Aaron on the straight either. It seems to be silence so far now in the race. And
I would say that if anyone's going to go for the move going into the second DRS track, it will be Azamata, won't it?
As he's very close now. Is wringing the neck out of his Mercedes, pushing his way up now, pushing his way for the right-hander. The grip is going to help him here. He's using everything he's got, going off to the curb, away to Narnia on back, and he's not really got it there. He's put it in low.
Sorry, mate, but we got to change our attention to this man who has been superb today. The Iceman, Nexus Iceman, is going to come home in Catalonia and take the win for the Mercedes team. He's going to cross the line in about 5 seconds, and it's confirmed. Nexus Iceman wins it. Zephydoodle will come over in second with Azamata third, and with penalties it's his name. Evianen will finish fourth, and then Peter Parker will. He's got so close to Aaron in the last few laps, so I think penalties will come into effect for him there, and look how close you want to get Peter without for the move. One more lap and he would have got him there, see, sadly. Aaron's out to come across the line now for 5th position.
Fuel. That's not going to help against ST Mats. He's going to come across the line here. Doesn't get promoted though. So maybe if he didn't... Oh, he's just... I don't think anything could have been said or done there as Daniel and P8.
Well, mate, we've got to the driver of the day from this absolute mess of a brilliant race. Whoever doesn't matter. I'm going to go with Zephydoodle. Yeah?
Actually... Well, I mean, Azamata definitely deserves it, but I feel like Iceman also deserves it because he's not had the best season. He's constantly, luck has not been on his side, he's lagged out his sessions, and he's finally showed his pace today.
And he had a lot of pace, so yeah, I'm interested in the top finishers. What a race.
What a race.
And we'll be celebrating the Mercedes team win. Ferrari, though, good recovery in 4th and 5th. It looked a bit bleak for them at one point with Aaron spinning out.
That race for Ferrari was in their favour at one point. They could have took the win very easily, but sadly lost out a big chance of a 1-2 if Aaron didn't have the spin. I feel like it was kind of it was a weird situation because Evianen was sticking on the back. It seems like he had the pace to overtake his teammate, but wasn't. Instead, came behind him, which was smart.
Also, if we had a lap 34 here, it would have got a lot more interesting because the Mercedes was so close to Zephydoodle and the racing point was so close to the Ferrari. But anyway, next is Iceman will take the win here. No penalties for him. Zephydoodle will take second, Azamata will take third. That is your podium finishers. Behind them are Evianen, Aaron, Peter Parker, Esti Mats, Daniel, Zeke, Riley. Those are your top 10 annual points finishers. But I believe Charlie will not score a point, but Kingan will. First lap. I don't know if I've got the first lap in the top 10. I'm trying to look at my eyes now. I think Zeke is Zeke is in. Zeke will also get another point added to his. Is it Zeke or Riley? Oh, I think it's Riley, not Zeke. My bad. My eyes are terrible. Right, I am right with Riley setting the 1 minute 20.5, am I?
Yeah, he'll... I don't know if he'll get fastest... No, Azamata got fastest lap, I'm sure. Oh no, I think Riley did actually come across the lane at one point. I think I did see his name pop down at the bottom, but we were too busy focusing on a battle. But what a dramatic race, and really, like... It seemed to go quiet for a long time, but it was more of a preparation for the battles to come.
Absolutely, and I think it's one of those that you just gotta... It's one of those of what could have been, I think. But definitely. Not in like a bad way. But I think what we got was incredible. But I think if we had... Like, normally, in F1 races without being mean to F1. When it's over, we're quite happy it's over because F1 races along. I would have watched the 5-10 laps of that.
I mean, it's just the thing though that Azimar didn't have a quality ban. They had the pace clearly to win that race.
You would have smashed it. I'm actually pretty happy you got the quality ban for entertainment because you know.
It's just the thing though. The racing points were very quick, and then they kind of lost pace because of Peter Parker's tires just blew up, and then if both the Mercs were up there, both the Ferraris, both the McLarens, I mean, what a race it could have been if stuff didn't go the way it did. But I mean, it was still an excellent race to watch, and I definitely am going to watch this one back. And I mean, it's in contention for a feature race that One Hub do, so I would love to see that.
Yeah, same. Me too. Absolutely. I think we've been spoiled with great moments. But that is it from us today here in the Podium Tier. You can go watch the Precision Tier right now, I believe. Then you can go watch the Pinnacle Tier at 8:30 and the Prestige Show at 9:30. I got that in the right order, didn't I?
Yes.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the connection wasn't too bad for you guys racing. Gaza, your regular host, will be back next week in terms of hosting the session. I'll be back with Brett though as we go to the Jewel in the Crown. We go to Monaco, don't we?
Yes, we do, and it's going to be very exciting to see who comes out top, as I almost speak American for some reason. Next Iceman, can he top? Can we see Next Iceman win next week's race as well, and maybe make his run for the championship, because there's still lots of races left, and I would love to see him up there.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, as I said, that's it from us, but
Thanks for watching.